Welcome, welcome to another one of our fishing adventures. We are here at Lake Ida Park up in Palm Beach County. Yes, we are out with the IGFA's Fishing Summer Camp again, doing some freshwater fishing this time. So we will see what we get, okay? So we're going to get lines in the water. We're going to get our bait on first, lines in the water, and then see what we can catch. So thank you for joining us and stay tuned. If you're just using regular worms, live worms, all you have to use is a weight, a bobber, and a smaller circle hook. Okay, you don't really need a huge hook for a live worm. A smaller circle hook will do just fine. David, what were you using as bait?
A worm.
A worm,
It's
okay.
tangling with the worm on its, like, right where its eye is.
Someone help me.
Great, yeah, I see your bait right there. That is called a Mayan cichlid, Tell me about that fish. What did you do?
So, I just cast it. It was like, bite, bite, bite. So I was like, and I was just reeling to see what would happen, and it kept biting. So I was just keep reeling in, but a little bit every time, and then it bit, and then I reeled in.
Ah, nice. And then you pulled it up and we got some nice pictures and nice video.
Yep.
Woohoo! So Solomon, what are we using on our as bait?
Some people are using shiners, worms, squid, but I'm using a jig.
Okay. And how are you going to use that jig?
I cast it out, and I just, like, jig it up and down a little.
So just
Side
kind of
to
like,
side.
so just, can you kind of do the motion a little bit? Okay. So that's how you jig it up and down. So let's go see Solomon in action. Let's cast it out. Okay, so because Solomon's using an artificial lure, those are not alive, so you actually have to be the angler to make them move in the water. So that's why he's doing a jigging motion, just kind of bringing his arms up and down like this and reeling in, okay? And then eventually you have to cast it back out if you don't get any bites, reel it in, make that lure move in the water to make it look like either an injured prey or like a crayfish or something that the fish will want to strike. So we were trying the pink jig, didn't really work out for us. So you want to cut that off? Now Miss Lisa tied a few jigs herself, and we'll show you them here. A few bucktail jigs, that's what the campers tie. This one is more a feather jig, so it looks a little more fluffy in the water. Okay, so actually here's the example of a feather jig. But bucktail jigs are a little stiffer, so I use these colors to kind of simulate a crayfish in the water. And then I used gray and silver to kind of almost imitate those bait fish, okay? So I have a larger one and I have a smaller one. Which one do you think we'll have better luck with?
Large one, you only catch large fish. Small one, you can catch big or small.
Big or small? How about we go with this one then?
Yeah.
The large one might take us down to the bottom and catch us some more weeds and stuff. So maybe we'll start with the smaller one, see if we have better luck with that, okay? Can you put it on? Solomon is tying on the jig. We're now cutting off the tag end. You want me to do it a little closer? Okay. So yeah, with the pliers, your cutter is right here. So we got to get a little closer. Okay, perfect. All right, let's go see if this jig will work for him, okay? And see if we can't catch a fish on this one. All right, good luck. Okay, let's see here how our jigs kind of compare with our live shiners. You always want to make sure with a live shiner that you have an aerator in there to put oxygen into the water, because we want to make sure we keep these shiners alive. They are alive bait fish, okay? So we want to make sure that we keep them in there, okay? And so our jigs, you see that color pattern? Okay, let's try to get a bait fish here. Get a shiner, okay? Just to do a quick comparison. Okay, so you can see the color pattern is very similar, okay? Dark on top, light on the bottom, okay? So let's put him back in there, keep him alive. We also put some flash into this jig right here too. The flash looks like scales, and also we put it down the middle because that's the lateral line of the fish. Usually with a bait fish, it's a little shinier. And also, the flash will catch the sun in the water, so it kind of glistens a little bit, and that helps attract a predator fish. Okay, so we didn't have any luck with the jig yet, so we're going to put on a larger circle hook, and we're going to put on a live shiner, see if the live shiner gives us some luck today. And then you just attach the shiner either through the jaw, through the back, or through the peduncle, which is the base of the tail. Where are you going to attach yours?
I think through the base of the tail.
Through the base of the tail? Okay. What knot are you doing?
It's the improved clinch.
The improved clinch knot. Okay, good. Okay, and test it. Test it again. See. Yeah, when you tie your knots, just give it a good strength test to make sure it doesn't slip out. But it's good.
Before, when you cut the tag end, because it will slip a little.
Yeah.
But then after it's tightened, then it won't slip.
Okay. Yeah, that's good to know. Always make sure you give that strength test. So you said you are going to hook it through the base of the tail, right?
Yep.
Okay, yeah, let's get that fish in the water real quick, okay? If you're using a live shiner, you just basically wait and wait and wait. The live shiner will move, and it's moving like it's injured because it has a hook attached to it. So you just wait and wait until you get a nice bite, okay? Ah, that one came off. Oh no. If you are going to put on a shiner, a larger hook does help, okay? And also, we might want to put on some leader material. Now, leader is stronger fishing line, okay? So this one right here is 25 pounds. What we have on our camp rods is about 8 or 10 pound test line, okay? So the leader material helps in case there's rocks out there, or if the fish is like really, really strong and really pulling, it helps it keep on just a little bit more. So to attach two lines using the double uni knot, you see we have the thinner line, that is our line that it's attached to our rod. The thicker line right here, that's our leader material. Okay, so you kind of put them together, okay? Give yourself enough slack, then start with one end. Okay, so I'm starting with my leader material. I take it, I fold it back, making that loop, okay? Go under my two lines right here. So now we take my tag end and we're going to go around these two lines inside the loop. Not above, not below. You want to go inside that loop. Okay, so do that about 3 to 5 times. With thicker line, you don't have to do it as much. So get under the two lines and then through, and then just pull tight. Okay. And then we're going to take the other side, the thinner line, do the same thing. Now, it helps if you lick it, okay? It helps with friction. You just pull the two together. You want to make sure though that your bigger knot does not kind of go over your smaller knot, okay? They are two different size lines. Just pull them tight right there. There we go. We have the double uni knot, and we just are going to start cutting off the tag ends. Are you stuck or is that a fish? Oh, all right. It's a fish.
Yeah, we thought it was a crab.
There go. Holy cow, look at that peacock. Nice. Okay, lip lock it. Can you lip lock it?
He really smelled the heck out of it.
Hold that peacock up. Nice. On a shiner. Look at that gorgeous fish. All right. Look at here. Here, hold it down a little bit. Unfortunately, we're going to have to call it early because we have this storm kind of brewing behind us. The camp already packed up. Safety first. Always make sure you check the weather reports. And if there's a storm that kind of brews off in the distance, the best thing is to make sure you stay safe, get back indoors. Nobody wants to deal with a thunderstorm. But before you go, make sure we pick up a little bit along the way, okay? So I just found this in the water. We have some old fishing line, looks like a J-hook and a bobber. So we're going to get this out of the water so that it doesn't entangle another animal, okay? But we just heard some thunder, so we're going to pack up, call it a day. But don't worry, we'll be back out here at Lake Ida and try to catch some more fish.
We're back at Lake Ida, this time with a new set of campers. Our last trip, we had to leave a little early because we got hit by some lightning and thunder. That's not safe conditions to fish, so we did leave, but now we're back. So today, we're gonna try to catch some peacock bass, maybe largemouth bass, maybe if we're lucky, some clown knifefish. And we're gonna use bait, like natural bait, like bread, live worms, shiners, and then artificial bait, like jigs and slides. Some of our campers are actually fly fishing today. So hopefully we'll catch something good. Wish us luck.
Unfortunately for the campers, Lake Ida Park was not very productive this day. Not for the natural baits, the artificial jigs, or even on the fly. Hello again, this is Lisa with the IGFA. We are back at Lake Ida Park. We did get cut short last time because we had a storm come through for our summer camp. But as you can see today, it is a gorgeous day. And today we are joined by Kai, who is one of our dedicated volunteers with the IGFA. He also attended the fishing summer camp when he was a little bit smaller. And we also have a special guest here today. We have Emily joining us, and she is an IGFA world record holder. You'll see her name a lot in the IGFA world records under the junior category. So let's get our bait on, let's get our lines in the water and see what we can catch today at Lake Ida Park.
So this is a finesse jig by Stanley Jigs. It sinks to the bottom slowly. You do a slight little jig and it's supposed to imitate a crawfish. And most bass like to eat this in like normally the colder months. But when you have a scared fish like this that's overfished and boats come through, they like to sink to the bottom and not eat top water. So you want to avoid that and get a low profile thing that's going to sit on the bottom and slowly bounce along.
Okay, so right now I am tying on a Texas rigged fluke, also known as a weedless rig, just because of all the grass here in the water at Lake Ida, lily pads, and other debris on the bottom. We want to reduce unintentional snags as much as we can, and to do that we're going to hide the hook in the bait, this method right here.
Again, unfortunately, Lake Ida Park was not very productive this day either. We used a lot of different artificial lures, but nothing worked. Time to switch up locations. Hello anglers, Lisa here again with the IGFA. Today we are at the Loxahatchee National Wildlife Refuge. We were fishing at Lake Ida. It's a very public park, very trafficked, and also we learned that Lake Ida is best fished from a boat, okay? Not so much from shore. We went with our summer camp, they had some luck with the natural baits, but we did not have any luck with the artificial lures. So we switched it up a little bit. We're here at the National Wildlife Refuge. And today I'm not alone. I am fishing with Emily. She is an IGFA junior world record holder, and you'll see her name in the record book a lot, especially for a specific fish which we are targeting today. What are we targeting?
Okay, so today we're going to be targeting bowfin on 3 different methods of catching depending on what you would want to do. We have sardines, which you can buy in your local store. They're going to be frozen, maybe in the little bait category that they might have in the store. Then we have live bluegill that you're going to see me catching once in a while because I need points for another tournament. And it's just on little bread and some mosquito minnows. And then we have little feather white jigs that are really good for catching anything really, Oscars, bowfin, baby bass. So we're going to see what we can get.
All right, yeah, and I did bring a few of those bucktail jigs that we tied. And so let's get our lines in the water and try to catch that bowfin. If you notice that the paint is covering the eye of the hook, one thing you can do is take another hook and kind of poke away the paint. You want to clear out the eye of the hook, free it of any paint, because you don't want the paint going against your line, making your line weaker. So you can always take an extra hook and kind of clear out the eye of the jig that you want to put on. Woohoo! All right. There we go. What? Uh-oh. Okay. Woohoo! All right.
Please tell me you saw that.
I hope so. Oh, yeah! Oh, wow! Oh my goodness! Yes! We just had a really nice bowfin on. It came off at the last second. It looked like it went into the grass in there, and the hook
just rearranged itself in. When she came up, it was old.
And I had it on video with the GoPro, but it wasn't recording. So note to self, whenever you're out here fishing and filming, make sure it's recording. We'll try to get them next time. We'll keep trying. Okay, we decided to switch up our spots a little bit. Emily is still over there fishing on the dock. She had a nice bowfin on, nice bowfin. But unfortunately it came off at the last second. So that was on a sardine though. Haven't had much luck on these jigs, except for I just cast it out there and I already felt a hit. So if ever your lures are not working, switch it up. If your spot's not working, switch it up. You never know. Let's keep trying these little jigs. See if we can't catch a fish. So let it sink a little bit, give it a little twitch. Okay, and then reel it up. And again, you have to cast back out there. Yes! All right, yeah. Woohoo! Look at that! So we just had some good luck catching peacock bass. We happened to notice that there were peacock bass on a little nest. They had a nest there. So I saw them kind of sitting there. So I put my jig close to the nest, and what they do is if there's something coming into their nest area, they come up and try to hit it away. Okay, they want to get that thing out of their nest. So it came up and tried to hit it away a few times. And sometimes when they try to get this irritant, this annoying little thing in their nest, when they try to get it away, sometimes they grab it with their mouth, and then you're able to pull up that fish. So at first we got the female with the feather jig, and then she destroyed that jig like peacock bass do. They're very aggressive. So then we put down one of our bucktail jigs and tried to catch the male because they were still defending their nest. So it took one, maybe two tries to get this bucktail jig into their nest area. He kept hitting it, grabbed it, and we were able to hook up on that male peacock bass, and you could tell by the bump on his head that was the male. And again, he destroyed this jig too. All the hair is everywhere and the flash is everywhere, but it worked. We caught 2 fish on jigs today. Awesome, good deal. All right, bye buddy. Woohoo! Back on the main dock, Emily was fighting another hit. However, as she reeled and reeled and reeled closer, it wasn't a fish. It wasn't that bowfin we were chasing. Actually, it was a Florida softshell turtle. Now, with natural baits, yes, sometimes other animals do bite. And unfortunately, this softshell turtle did this time. And the thrashing around with the water did draw the attention of other animals like this American alligator. If you're ever in this situation, please be aware of your surroundings and always make sure you're safe. Yes, you want to try to get the hook out of the other animal that bit your bait, but please be sure to stay safe. We did actually get the hook out of this turtle, and it did swim away without the alligator getting it. All right, well, we are going to pack it up and call it a day. It's getting very hot, very sunny. The bite kind of calmed down a little bit, but we had a great day out here at Loxahatchee Wildlife Refuge. How did we do?
We missed the one bowfin earlier in the day, but that's completely okay. You're gonna miss a lot of fish before you actually catch one, but it's no worries. It was still a really good fish, and that's nothing to complain about if you're getting hit.
Nope.
Had 2 other little turtles, not really little.
Yeah, one was big.
But
Yeah.
A lot of other catches that we think are just turtles or maybe some gar that are just messing with it, but nothing to really eat the entire sardine.
Yeah, sometimes when you use natural bait like that, some bait fish or things like that, you get other animals that want to come and check it out, try to take a few nibbles, and yeah, we did have some turtles kind of hook up on. Yeah, one was pretty big turtle. I did actually have some good luck with the jigs today. Found that nest of peacock bass, put this in front of them a little bit, see if they would take it, and they did. So we were actually able to pull up a couple fish on the jigs, which is cool because this is the one that Joanna tied for us with the bucktail. All in all, a good day out here fishing. Did you have fun?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's always a fun day fishing. So you make sure you get outside, you go fishing, and stay tuned until next time when we put one of these virtual field trips together. All right, tight lines and fish on.